wait till the BC Boys become classical music.
Oh, that's not the right one. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. And in Twitch land. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our channel or a subscriber on our Twitch. All of those things help us out so very much. Keep in mind, if you do have an Amazon Prime account, that means you have a Twitch Prime sub that is free that you can give on over to me. If you don't give it to me, it goes to Bezos, and we don't want him to have more money, do we? No, we don't. Give it to me. So, without further ado, go ahead, Stylax. Tell us what happened last session.
Yeah, so last session, there was a lot of drama because prior, during the wedding, it is assumed that Cat had, not my name, Viper, kill the priest and ruin the wedding. And so last session we dealt with the aftermath of that, where people were trying to, Miss Ada and Stylax and the priest were trying to figure out what was going on. And there were some conversations we had. Stylax ended up staying up all night outside of Miss Ada's door while she was sleeping and overheard Flittish, Fluffworth, and Cat and Damson speaking. And Stylax might be thinking that they might be doing a little bit of conspiring, but he's not sure about Cat, and he's not sure if Cat is under their own motivation, if they're doing things on their own, or if they're being controlled by some other type of being. There was a gathering outside with the priest, where there was some a zone of truth that was laid down to try to get to the bottom of exactly what was going on. In the end, things seemed to be slightly repaired, and Cat was spared, but there is still a lot of suspicion on at least Stylax's side, as whether or not they can be trusted, and what this Fae being is, or if they're being controlled by Fae. And also Miss Ada and Stylax went off to try to do some research on this Fae monstrosity. That's the synopsis.
So, after the dramatic scene that unfolded, Flittish, sitting there, still soaking the floors of this very refined estate with the cloak of water breathing, or cloak of the manta ray that you are forced to wear at all times. Everybody, what would we like to do?
Check on everyone to see how they're doing at the moment.
Alright, go for it.
If I remember, Baron went with his other friend, Stefan.
Yes, his friend. It's
Yeah,
his special friend.
Number one.
Yes, yes.
Theme.
We'll look to Beowulf then. It's like, how are you doing after everything?
What do you speak of?
Tensions are high and emotion higher.
My job is not to be emotional about these things. My job is to secure the lady and the baron. Or sorry, the baron and the baroness.
That's a funny word, don't you think?
Job?
No, Baroness. They just put Ness in the end. Does that work with all things that are like female and male?
Lordless, no, it's a lady.
Because you've got a Dutch, then a Duchess.
Prince and princess.
Believe it is an honorific to distinguish one of a more womanly nature. He looks very confused. I'm sure there is a reason of it.
Starlex, did you have
Yes.
women where you came from?
Are you asking if there were women like my mother where I came from, or are you asking if I?
I wasn't
Ah.
going to assume you came from a woman, because you know, eggs are a thing.
We are not hatched from eggs.
Oh well, that's good then.
But yes, there are women where I come from.
Are they
My,
like you, or are they like more different?
Well, their body parts are different. But just like Fletish here or Damson, we have female parts of our tribe.
They're female?
I believe I didn't ask. Should I have asked? Fletish. Damson, are you?
Yeah,
I don't think.
I'm female.
Yes.
So yes, there are very many women and men in my tribe. Yes.
Who's stronger of the two, the men or the women?
It depends on
know?
the person.
On the person. Okay.
So one's not genetically predispositioned to be bigger and stronger than the other?
You mean like animals?
I mean, yeah.
Cat looks at themselves. I believe so, yes.
No. We are like many other humanoids, equal in that aspect.
I don't think humanoids are equal. Because a gnome isn't humanoid, but so isn't a quack. No, they're not anymore. Actually, I can't
What I
even
mean-
use that analogy anymore. Damn.
What I mean is there are women that are, well, I'll start off this way. There are men that are strong and men that are weak. There are men that are smart and men that are stupid. Same for the women. Some are smart, some are stupid. Some are strong, some are weak.
Yeah. Speaking of stupid, I feel like what that priestess said about judging cat just on what they are is very problematic. I mean, what are they going to do next? Say that all elves are secretly plants by the Fae because of Fae ancestry, that Dragonborns are all secretly dragons
are?
plotting to take over towns? Or are they going to start saying that all tieflings are actually agents from the Hells trying to take over the world? If you start judging people
Gods.
based off their ancestors, then, well, that's very problematic.
I would disagree. I would say judging off of actions.
Well, actions is one thing, but based off one's
Tread lightly where you go.
what? I'm just saying.
Just saying.
She's
just saying-
complicating her words in her mind.
Okay.
I'm just saying that to judge one based off of their parents is, or grandparents, or etc., is not right. Just judge a person off who they are.
Right. Judge the person based on the, what did you call them, familiar that they summon to kill others?
Me or other people?
I don't know. Damson's the one that's talking about the issue.
No, I was more talking about just the fact that, well, we learned that what Cat has considered, well, undead now, and that's not right just to judge someone just because of what they are.
I think the judgment comes based on the actions and monstrosities. I think I'm going to go tend to the garden. And Stylax gets up and walks outside.
Be safe.
As I put on my gardening gloves, will do.
They're very soft, honestly.
Yeah.
They have nice little embroidered like flowers on the backs of them.
Love it. Freaking love it.
I do not know about anyone else, but the church is known for being absolute in what they believe in. And that infuriates me.
Because what if they're wrong?
On many occasions they are.
So they're further believed to show that they're wrong. That just seems like a standard sapient person thing to do. Who are on the side of power, need, and greed. Unlike you, who are honorable and lovable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the second one has to do with anything, but all right.
Love does a lot of things to a person's imagery. One without love seems more spooky, but with compassion that you show to, you know, Baroness Adeline, you show you're dedicated.
Very well. But I am not wed or married, nor do I ever intend to be. Again.
You were married?
Yes.
Oh,
What happened?
She changed.
So, the next question I'm going to ask is not to be insulting. Change as in metaphysically change or personality change?
Personality.
Oh, that's rough, bud.
Yes, it was a horrible situation to endure. At first, when we were wed, it was all love and devotion and shared interests. Interest in one another's hobbies. And then it just became a ordeal of being controlled obsessively.
So they were...
Second question.
Hmm.
This is gonna sound like I'm just throwing the metaphor ball in the court. Was your ex in this room tonight?
No, of course not.
Okay, for a moment I thought you and that old priest.
No, she's in
had something going
Pelva.
on. Okay. I don't know, just that
Yes.
priestess looked at you like there was familiarity.
Oh, well, yes, of course. I used to be a knight of the Order of Palor. I still have my regalia, and I still have many friends who work within the church. But when I decided that I wished to no longer be wed to a person whom was not the person I originally married, they decided that I was to be stripped of my titles and all of my accomplishments because that goes against the teachings of Palor. That priest in
sounds stupid.
particular was one of the caretakers of the entire situation that we had to deal with. Therefore, well, let's just say when I left, I made sure that their nose was less pretty than it originally was. As much of a pompous asshole as they are, they do not deserve death, though, Cat. Be sure your familiar's aware of this.
I mean, I can tell them as much as you can tell any other person in this room not to kill another person. They have as much as free agency as you or I.
Well, then make sure they understand the incentive. He goes back behind the counter and takes out now the, the iron-clad cage. And it has like a little hamster bottle that has water on it now, just to...
Hopefully next time it is an octopus.
Murderers will not be tolerated in my presence.
So, what counts as murder?
Killing people whom don't deserve it for the sake of your own benefit, gain, or convenience.
What makes someone a murderer against a protector against a terrorist?
Based upon whom they are dealing with. If you are killing people in order to save lives, that is commendable. It is understandable. But killing an innocent for the possibility of saving others is preposterous. That is self-serving. That is being fearful for your own kinship. That level of selfishness will not be tolerated.
So what's your view on someone who is considered a bandit but is only robbing people to feed their family?
Get a real job. He's still zealot. He's just...
Get a real job. I mean, highway robbery is a real job nowadays. It's called tax.
Oh, we had a long rest, right? Sorry.
Yeah. Was that a joke about the taxation system of the localized kingdoms and the oppressive nature it instills upon the lower class?
It was indeed, good sir.
Hilarious.
Indeed.
Yes, it is funny that the poor stay poor.
Cat fools on that one.
I wasn't expecting that, my Jake.
So, what is your take on the story of what I don't remember the full title, but it was of some rogue that was stealing from the rich to give to the poor so that they could survive more easily.
The Tale of the Robin Hood?
Yes, that one.
Oh, that damned Kinku.
Arthur was hoodling Robin.
No, it was the Robin Hood. Their name was Hood. They were they're Kinku, so they look like a robin.
Oh,
Yes.
that makes so much more sense.
Yes.
It does, yeah.
A Kenku.
You're welcome,
could
Asa,
make
for
so
the new
much
character
more
idea.
sense.
Preposterous nature. You see, it is the responsibility of the noble class to know where money must be in order to safeguard the lower people who would just waste it on gambling and booze.
Don't the rich also do that?
They don't waste it. They spend it on refined alcohol and on fine gestures, which they themselves pay into massively.
Are you rich?
I'm well.
Ah, I catch it. I catch it.
You are also rich.
No, no. I don't really have that many material plane wealth.
He looks over at you, Damson. They are rich.
So I do have a question. How did you feel fighting all those creatures that appeared?
I felt I needed to get free of them so that I could better protect the Baron and Baroness.
Yes, but I mean, did you feel like, oh, what's the word? Stronger fighting those creatures that have likely never been seen on this plane before? Or rarely seen?
I matched the power of each of my foes on the battlefield.
Okay. Oh,
They were
another
weak.
thing.
They couldn't even hit me. Astonishingly, they missed him 3 fucking times. This armor really does pay for itself.
It sounds like it.
Yes.
We do need to head up towards the Pulvar area, Beowulf. Are you going to accompany us and Miss Ada up there?
The mission I was given by the Baron was to protect this estate and be the head of security here. Though, of course, if he and Ada come to an agreement that I'm needed in Pulvar, I suppose I will have no option but to go. And I will do so, without complaint. But
feel
if
like-
I'm talking candidly to the two of you, I would really encourage you not to bring me along. I don't want to run
Understood.
into my ex again. She makes me crazy.
Do you have any items that you want us to maybe pick up when we're there?
To liberate from captivity?
No. The last thing I left for her was a well-placed bag of manure under her pillow. I told you, she makes me crazy.
Oh, go ahead.
She's not in a position of power, is she?
She's
I
well.
Just in-
mean,
I would
just in
rather
case
not
you run into
discuss
her.
my ex with all of you. We are not that close of companions.
It's more
Yet.
of... Yeah. It's more of a courteousness so that we can also make sure that Miss Ada doesn't run into someone that is trying to manipulate her to try to get back at you.
I believe the wills of the Baroness are much greater than the whimsies of just a mere woman.
I don't know. Speaking from experience, women can be crazy.
Bitches be cray. He nods in agreement. Stylax walks in now.
Around this time I walk back in.
Yeah.
Flittish, can I could use your expertise in the garden if you have a moment to help.
Flittish, you're muted.
Or maybe away. Very well then, ignore me. No, I'm kidding.
Has she polymorphed into an ostrich with her head in the ground?
So, when she gets back, I'll.
Sorry, my daughter was talking to me.
No.
Oh, no worries. Kids come first.
I'm sorry, you needed some assistance in your garden?
Yes, if I could use your expertise if you have a moment.
Sure.
And we walk out to the garden. And as we're walking, so, how are you finding your stay at the grounds here?
A little confusing, but okay so far. I mean, it's not the woods.
Hmm.
I'll be glad when I get back out to the woods, but in the meantime, I don't have any problems with this setup. We have a garden, so I'm able to stay connected to the earth.
See, that's important to you. And here's some. Do you want some gloves? Or
Oh no, that's fine.
all right. Can you hand me those shears over there? It's good to have you here, and yes, I understand nature. It's what life is about. Do you have any concerns as of late, in general?
Other than my personal concerns, my only other concern is this situation with the Fae, and Cat keeps taking the brunt of it. I don't think Cat is at fault. I think Cat is a pawn.
Yes, it could be. But how do we...
How do we fix it? I don't know yet, but I've asked Cat to teach me Sylvan so that I can... I don't know, I keep hearing things, particularly when I'm around Cat. Things that are unseen. I have this sense that there's something around, and I can't see it, but occasionally I hear little bits and pieces, but I don't understand it, and I need to fix that.
Yes, it brings me concern too. The issue is, let's say Cat is being manipulated. How do we know that they won't be manipulated more to...
All we can do is hope for the best and plan for the worst.
He wasn't done speaking.
Oh,
He
sorry.
takes dramatic pauses very often.
The concern being, yes, we can hope for the best and plan for the worst, but what if the worst is sleep? What if the worst is a crucial moment when we're being attacked?
Those are salient points. I don't have any easy answers for you. Until we know more, there's not much we can do. We don't even know exactly what to plan for.
Exactly, and that's my dilemma.
We need more information.
It's similar to if someone was carrying a disease or a plague.
I know a little about that.
Yes, but it's the disease and the plague that may kill, but it's the person carrying that disease and plague that's the pawn. I don't know what to do. Oh, here's a beautiful flower. Here, can you help me with this over here? Yeah, I'm just...
She will... Yeah, she will assist.
Not a gardener in real life, so I don't know.
Yes, the thorns are extra prickly today.
Right. And but keep me abreast, and I will also let you know so we can plan.
I will. I appreciate that.
It'll be an interesting journey that we're heading on. I assume you're going with us to Holvar?
Sure. Yeah, I imagine if Kat and Damson are going, then I will go also.
Be good to have you. Wish it was under better circumstances, but I would ask that you keep an eye on Cat while we're gone, while we're on this journey, just so we can prepare for the worst.
Of course.
Is there anything that I can do to help you? You said personal concerns.
I'm looking for a way to cure Dalkir corruption. She'll actually show Stylex the wound on her shoulder.
Oh my God.
It's slow moving, but I'm afraid that eventually it might take over, and I don't know what that means. And this thing that is afflicting me is also afflicting my homeland.
Have you shown this to Miss Ada?
No.
She's a very skilled surgeon and doctor. She might have some ideas. I believe there was even mention of plague where she was from. Maybe something in her
Really?
recesses of her mind won't be able to help.
Well, I'll have to seek her out then and see what she thinks. And then, of course, there's this lovely affliction that I picked up fighting those fish people.
Yes. Okay.
I do apologize for all of the moisture everywhere, but I appreciate the cloak.
It's no issue, and especially out here, I'm sure.
You see in the
Yeah.
background, Dolby is just mopping up inside.
No problem for me. I don't have to know.
Yeah, Dolby works so hard. He deserves a promotion.
To not mopping.
I mean, you seen all he does for
Yes.
everybody? Jesus.
Perhaps we should head out sooner than later. I'll just wrap up here. And
I'll hang out here in the garden for a bit and continue to water the plants.
All right.
sounds good. I'll let the rest know that we'll be out here waiting for them. Actually, Dolby, and I'll yell out.
Yes.
Can you let the rest of them know that we're waiting out here for whenever they're ready to leave?
Absolutely, Quartermaster. Who the hell made him Quartermaster? He doesn't even have a rank. And he just keeps going inside. Cat and Damson, as the two of you are chilling, Dolby walks up. It would sound like Stylex and Flittish are ready to leave.
Oh. Okay, we can start heading that way.
Understood.
Thank you, Dolby, for the help that you have been providing.
You're very welcome.
Also, the sew job you did on my Outers for the Wings is holding up very well. Thank you so much.
Good, I'm glad.
And we will head out to meet Stylex and Flittish.
All right,
This is the
Stylex.
group with the what's the word I'm looking for? Tricked out wagon, right? Yeah, because
Yes.
it was meant for Damson to
Yeah,
okay.
Damson with the tail can actually sit on it. Everyone else, you start sloping backwards because your butt ain't big enough.
if in the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you have
I just
benches. Oh, actually, do you guys want to describe your tricked out wagon for Flittish, who hasn't experienced it yet?
oh gosh. So it is a wonderfully carved and crafted wooden wagon with large wheels and a covered top, made for us as, which we will tell you later, a reward for helping the village of Karashan, which are known for their woodworkers and artisans. Hidden in the floorboards is a hidden compartment that we show you where it is. Out of character, it's a DC 18 to find it. With a seat that is carved more for Damson to sit in, given her tail. And at the front is a singular mule that is pulling it. But there's nice benches in the back, so it's a comfortable ride. And currently, we do have some materials in there that can be traded or stored for later. As we also have 5 chests for storing and sorting items.
Okay.
Yes. Very luxurious, very comfortable. Oh, and it has a tarp over it.
Yes.
Which, not all wagons have tarps.
So we have some privacy while we travel.
Yes.
Yes. Ilvorn said it doesn't appear that Link is working for him. For Zoom.
Alright, let me open up Discord.
Yeah, because sharing's not turned on, so I can't do it.
Here, I posted it to him. No password should be needed. I never turn that on.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Asa, do you know the fix to this? He says he needs a password, and I don't have passwords enabled.
Sorry, I was AFK. Let me see if I can help him. I think what he needs to do.
Uh-huh.
Let me open up Discord. Come on, Discord. Because I think the link was just a click me link.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I ever do.
Okay. I will do it this way. Did you click? Did you resend him the link? And
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah, none of my host tools look like that would be able to help him.
Let me see if this works.
Oh, I see. You know what? Tell him, because it has the password. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, both of them have the password actually in the link, so he should just be able to. Or he can just click where it says PWD after equals. Oh. I think it's easier on his side.
We'll see. We're getting there. Technology.
Woo!
I blame daylight savings.
Yeah, fuck daylight savings.
Yeah. He might also need to turn off his computer and turn it back on. My daughter laughed at me. She's like, "Why are you wearing that hat?"
Because D&D. Shut up.
Like, the character's wearing that hat. Then she
All right.
understood.
I told him see that part after PWD equals in the link. Try all that as a password or without the something at the end. The point
Yeah.
one. And if all this doesn't work, I'm probably just going to close out Zoom altogether and create a new meeting.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's like it looks like it's working for me when it pops up into Chrome automatically for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah. If it doesn't work, we can just make a new one and he can restart his computer.
Ooh, maybe he has his pop-up blocker turned on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, it worked.
Hey, yeah.
Technology.
I just had to manually type in all those letters and stuff because I can copy paste it for some reason.
Oh. I think you need to restart your computer. Not right now. I think it's your
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah, restart right
yeah.
now. We'll see. Okay. All right. To catch you up on what's happened, Flittish has revealed that she has Dalkir corruption to Stylax. Stylax suggested that she talk to you. The party learned a little bit more about Beowulf's backstory because they took interest in the NPC. And they're getting ready to head out of town.
All right. Okay.
Now, just as a point of clarification from everybody, are you guys going to Polvar to look for clues, or are you going up to Polvar to then deviate to the mountains to help with the goo?
We need to help with the goo.
The
Okay,
goo.
good. Because from what I heard from Stylax, it sounded like you guys were just like, yeah, if you come, you come. But like that's kind of the whole.
Yeah, look, once the goo's dealt with, then we can look for clues in Polvar. Because,
Okay.
let's be honest, the goo's a bit more pressing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let me close out Zoom again. All right, now without spending multiple more days here in town, is there anything you all would like to do before we leave?
Let Cavo know where we're heading in case Vermissimo suddenly has something for us. That we're heading to Polvar to find a cure for Flutish. And get some coffee for the road.
Done.
Because, yeah.
Let's click.
Yeah, I don't have any specific things.
Any general adventuring gear anybody would like to acquire, you can acquire it. General adventuring gear from the PHB.
We might want to think about. Are we going through mountains? Did you say?
You're going across a prairie, through some farmlands, past a couple of larger rivers that constitute coastal areas. They're so big, into mountains.
Right. Yeah, I'll upgrade my studded leather, or well, my leather armor into a studded leather.
That you can do. Yeah.
So
How much are climbing kits?
Whatever the pricing is in the PHB. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's like 30 gold, 50 gold.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
What? You don't have the prices memorized for equipment?
The general equipment, y'all can fucking look. Like, it's right there. Like,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I have to know who exactly Dolby's ex is as well, in case you come across them. As well as Beowulf's ex-wife.
Climber's kit, 25 gold.
I was close.
Yes.
Yeah. I love how the only person here who can consistently fly is like Climber's kit.
Yeah, because I know the other people will need it. I'll buy 2 of them.
Sounds good.
With permission, may I use party funds to get the equipment?
Good to me.
if I can also use party funds to get my studded leather.
Yes, absolutely. Then I'll
Yeah, that's fine with me.
No, I can pay for that shit.
Man, you penny pinching sons.
I've got a fair bit of money.
Of course, she's a baroness now.
Yeah.
When you're rich, you become really good at penny pinching.
Yeah, she was already good at that. Here, let me tip you 2 coppers. Does that persuade
While
you?
we're there, can I just state that rich people saying, well, you need to live within your means? Screw you. You've got way more means
Yeah.
to live within.
Yeah.
It's not really. There's not really an item for it. But since you said we're crossing rivers, is there a fording kit that we can get for the cart?
Is there a what kit?
Like fording supplies, to ford across the river. Think Oregon Trail.
Oh, you mean like lumber and shit like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
so
if you
then-
want to lug that around with you, you're more than welcome to. It's not going to fit in a bag of holding.
We'll probably find places there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy a lumber actually, just in case then, in case we need to make our own.
I think we'll be.
Why would we need an axe? Just point to Fliddish. She can turn big and just break them down. Or probably
I
ask
mean-
them to fall.
I could.
So,
Okay. We have rations. We have 50 rations in the cart that have been wonderfully produced by Flittish.
I'm fairly certain we can probably find a place near where we're going to cross the river to get lumber or purchase something to help. I'm sure there's a ferry. There's got to be some type of. And by ferry, I mean Ferry.
Hmm.
I see what you did there.
Oh, you want to come across the ferry? I got it.
I'll buy some poisoning supplies as well.
That's in the
Aren't you
PHP?
making them in the garden?
Isn't it? Well, it's
Aren't you-
kind of with the let me double check the poison.
Oh no, you were doing healer's kit in the garden, right? Not poison plant.
Yeah. So, well, I have the kit. I just need 50 GP worth of materials.
I'm also going to buy
Go for it.
everyone here 5 pieces of chalk, or 10 pieces of chalk, each going off the colors that they use for the map. So that if we need to mark something down, we can mark it of like, hey, I've gone this way.
Look at you using your survival skill.
I mean, hey, it makes sense. So that way we can mark actually on the map. We actually marked it with chalk.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, roll for dysentery. Oh no,
con save,
Stylax,
right?
you didn't wipe your ass one night. Looks like you're dying.
Look, I have prestidigitation every time.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Chalk. So you said 10 pieces of chalk each? Is that what you said?
Yes. So it's basically a
Oh.
silver for 10 pieces, and it's in the color that you have on a roll 20.
But there is not a 2024 chalk, so you can't get it. It's only a 2014 version.
You have chalk. There we go. Just write it in the notes. Have chalk.
How they not include chalk?
All right. Everyone done buying?
I think we're good. I've got my hat, my fist. That's all I need.
Good.
Yeah, I think I'm all set.
You guys did buy a shit ton of rations as well.
Mhm.
Well, you had them because of your
Yeah.
supplies or whatever.
Right.
Okay, then.
How much is a mirror? Like a little hand mirror?
Oh, they're expensive. I will tell you though. Adventuring gear. Which is a mirror. Oh, 5 gold.
That
I'll
is
get a little-
expensive.
Yeah, but I am going to get the hand mirror because you never know we need to peek around a corner.
Sure.
It says a handheld steel mirror useful for personal cosmetics, but also for peeking around corners and reflecting light on the thing.
Alrighty. So, everybody.
I love that I was carrying around that pot and bucket for you, even though we were at the
Right. Yeah, and I completely forgotten.
All right, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
Here we go. The road unfurls before you. Oh. There we go. You all are right here. A well-worn path of dust and stone stretching toward the distant peaks of the north. Behind you, EXANDRIA fades into memory. Its towering minarets and bustling bazaar now distant whispers on the warm southern breeze. Ahead, the land begins to roll in gentle waves. Golden prairies blending into rugged hills. The horizon crowned with a jagged silhouette of the northern peaks. The district of Nehez welcomes you with open skies and boundless plains. The earth rich and dark beneath carpets of wildflowers. Vibrant bursts of orange and indigo blossoms dot the fields. Their petals fluttering as the wind whispers through the grass. You pass groves of slender poplar trees, their leaves shimmering like silver coins in the shifting sunlight. Occasionally, a lone shepherd watches from afar, his flock little more than white specks scattered across the sea of green. And the days begin shifting one by one on this journey. Is there anything you would all like, any of you would like to establish that you consistently do on this journey?
Well, I think that Flittish should either sit in the front near Damson or walk along the side so that the puddles of water don't get to the bottom of the...
Flittish will probably be in animal form, either wolf or tiger, walking alongside the carriage.
Okay, how many hours a day can you do that?
I believe I'm up to 3 hours a day.
Okay. That'll help a good portion of it. Just mark that at nighttime you don't have wild shapes anymore.
Well, I do, but I have to spend other things for it. But yeah,
Yeah, not the
Gotcha.
normal. Yeah. All right.
I will also be walking alongside Flittish outside the wagon.
Flittish, you wanted to spend your time traveling to learn Sylvan, correct?
yes. So I'm gonna have to be near Cat in some way, shape, or form.
Easy enough.
Yeah, that's fine. I can spend some time.
Cat can ride on my back.
Yeah.
Oh
That'd
no,
be
wet
fun.
dog.
Cat riding a tiger.
Alrighty. So that's you. Anybody else want to establish they're doing anything on the journey?
Well, what sort of, how much are we able to do of like crafting things and stuff like that while
The-
moving?
Simple things. You can't do anything that's too dexterous in nature or volatile because you don't have suspension on carts in this era.
Right.
There is no
Yep.
Lily.
Yeah. No, I think I'll probably just stay on board the wagon and just try and keep a lookout for any sort of weird herbs or plants I see growing along the road that look useful for something.
So scavenging. Okay.
Sure.
I don't think I can get the last 2 weeks I need for survival proficiency, because I need the trainer for that, don't I?
You do, unless you were paying the trainer to travel with you from EXANDRIA. 2 weeks should net you pretty close to Polvar. I believe it's a 2 to 3 week journey.
You probably have to pay for their trip back too.
I mean, wasn't the trainer... It was either Beowulf or Dolby, I think.
Beowulf.
Yeah, Beowulf doesn't want to go, so, let me double check one thing. I just want to double check something. Because it should be in... Gosh darn it. I don't remember what page it's on. Come back to me, please.
Alrighty. Anybody else have anything? Kat, you're spoken for because you're teaching.
Yep.
Ada, roll me a survival check. If you have proficiency in herbalism, you have advantage. Out in the open prairies, you're not finding anything relevant towards poison.
Yep. I'm not proficient in survival, so...
Just
I am
herbalism.
proficient in... Alright.
Wisdom. Two. Nothing outside of decent things you can throw into some food to make it taste, more minty and more spicy and just good flavors.
I know what I can do.
Mm.
These take a day at a time, so considering it's probably going to be doing the downtime between traveling kind of thing, can I make a few cantrip level spell scrolls using calligrapher supplies?
That's something that requires a bit more dexterity than a jostling cart.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was going to take more, like when we stop to rest, it's going to take like 2-3 days rather than a single day to make a spell scroll.
A single day is supposed to be 8 hours. During your rest period, you have 2 hours of light activity, so that would be 4 days.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you need to buy the necessary components. Let me see how many components were in EXANDRIA. I'm not giving you guys access to unlimited components so that you can just... Oh, damn. So that you can just spam. I have 38 healing potions. I have 10,000 poisons. And
Yeah.
I have 16 scrolls. Like, there is going to be a limiting factor until you get to the more arcanely developed areas of the continent.
Yeah.
So on a 1, they had enough fine paper and ink that you could do 1.
Okay, so 15 gold worth. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is the... Yes?
Can you mark on the map where those mountains are that we're going to?
Oh, absolutely. That would have
Yes, that would
been...
be- yes. Am I allowed to... Ah, okay, I see. Nice.
What was it? The...
Lit louder.
No, Lit Louder is a different place. I just copy and pasted the token.
This Nashram's Vale? Or this... It was either that or the Salty Mountains. It was referred to as both.
Salty Mountains. Right around there.
The spell scroll that I am making, Joey, because it is only a cantrip, is going to be a spell scroll of Spare the Dying.
Now, for the new crafting system, do you need access to the spell to make a scroll of it?
Yes, and I do have access to said spell.
Then you're good. So you now have a arcane spell scroll of Spare the Dying. But the arcane doesn't matter at all. If you have the ability to cast spells, you have the ability to use spell scrolls.
And I'll give it over to... I'm going to give it over to Flittish.
I actually have that spell.
Then I'm giving it over to Cat.
Yes.
Here you go, Cat. This is a scroll of Spare the Dying in case something does happen where one of us is downed.
Okay.
It should stabilize someone so they don't die. Just in case.
Yeah, sure. I mean, how do you use it?
You open it up, you read what is on there, and you channel your magic into it. Think of how you...
My magic into it? What do you
Yeah,
mean? I don't channel magic.
Do you know how you get your little magical paws to come out? You basically push that feeling into the scroll.
So barbaric, but okay.
I'm not exceptionally good at explaining it, but that's basically how it should work.
Ooh. All right.
What happens to what happens after? Does it just like burn up?
Yes. As the magic gets into it, it causes the scroll itself to burst into flame as the magic is cast upon the target.
Mm.
Think of it like kind of like instructions for the magic of, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, and as it does it step by step, each completed step is burned away.
Okay. Thank you for the explanation.
You're welcome.
And I have to touch them with it?
Let me double check the spell.
Because I do not have that spell, so it's like, what do I do?
You just need to be within 15 feet of them.
Ah, okay, 15 feet. Right.
Joey, is this the map basically that we have in game?
Yes.
All right, so this is actually noted down.
What is?
Temple of Tharizdun over here.
No. Sorry, that just came with the generic. Yeah, there you don't visibly know the temple or the hidden monastery. The geographical aspect of it is the map that you have, and everything that is within like a main road is what you have access to knowledge of.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, but like, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't really find a Greyhawk map that I can just remove all of the things from online. And the last artist I
Sorry?
talked to wanted $90 to make one, so I decided I'll go with AI.
No.
Yeah, hate to say it, but like $90 is nah, not for a map that's already canned, and all you have to do is make it look like that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, no, I just kind of figured it's like if that location was known, then yeah.
Yeah.
So where are we at the moment on the map here?
I wouldn't worry about that yet. You are leaving
okay.
Iskandria and going to Polvar. All that I am asking all of you to do
Okay.
is to set up your canonical journeying sequence so that when something happens, you can't go, but actually I would be doing this. No, this is setting it up, predetermining how you travel.
Okay.
Yes.
At night I will keep watch.
Yep.
If need be, because when we're on the road to protect all my friends.
Sounds good to me.
Kind of obviously during the day, I'm like keeping an eye on the road because I'm the one driving the cart.
Mm-hmm. Good as well. Now.
It's assumed that as I'm walking outside the cart, I'm paying attention.
Good. See, these are the things I need to know. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we have 2 donkeys pulling it, or what was it again?
1.
Okay.
You have one very strong donkey.
Although, if push comes to shove, Blittish can take her elk form and pull the cart as well.
A lot better than a donkey.
I thought if push came to shove, we were going to tie a rope around Stylex and have him pull it.
Also, probably better than a donkey.
Because Stylex is faster than a donkey.
Well, he's faster. It
fast.
matters his strength. You do have double carry capacity, but you still need some points in strength.
I'm probably not the one that pulled.
So what I'm
We
hearing
probably
is
could.
he's going to just pick it up all together and carry it.
Possibly. What were you saying, Stylex?
We could, Masada, on this trip. Do we want to use 2 donkeys?
Well, I mean, it might be wise to have a bit more than just one, in case bandits shooting our donkey or something, right?
I'm sure that Stefan and the Baron would provide such.
Maybe we should get barding for it, in case of stray arrows. Or a proper horse instead. Anyway, I'm sure it will be okay.
I mean, if you want to buy a proper horse, you could do so in Nehez or Iskandria.
Let's see how it goes. And if we want to get one, we can probably get it in Nehez.
All right.
Understood.
Then,
All right, I'm done.
Damson, animal handling.
Okie dokie.
So you guys are probably buying a horse when you get to Nehez. This donkey is... It deserves a break.
Stubborn as a mule.
I mean, you just don't know how to command a donkey very well, and you run it ragged. Or worse yet, you guys are taking breaks every fucking hour because, the donkey's a little tired. Like, it's...
We're going uphill the entire time.
Yeah, either way, I'm pretty sure everyone else would want a horse. Which standard pricing for horses? 45 gold for a, what is it? A beast of burden, not a riding horse.
Mm.
Yeah. The one that's meant to carry things over long distances and be stronger, not as fast. Unless you want a war horse, that's 200 gold.
Look, we're just going to buy a cow so we can get milk along the way.
That's not...
Blittish, what's the likelihood of us finding a great good animal to pull our great cart?
I mean, I could talk to them and see, which one would be most willing.
We have
Right.
food.
Wait,
Care.
you can speak with the donkey?
I could.
We both
Huh.
could, yeah.
All right. Well, could try. Yeah, maybe you could find out if it's retarded or what's wrong with it.
No, it's pronounced ass.
Right.
All right. Flittish will cast Speak with Animals and talk to the donkey.
Okay.
What ails this donkey?
Huh? You people are really fat, and I'm just one donkey.
Flittish will relay that information. Sorry guys, the donkey says y'all are fat and too heavy to pull.
Dang.
Edeling, did you gain pounds since the wedding?
It was all that wedding cake.
Okay, so we eat the donkey and get some.
Although you did say donkey and then horses plural, why don't we just get plural donkeys?
Wait,
Oh, it might another donkey.
You guys
By the way, we
do
should
have
name-
a bitching wagon, and wagons are heavy, and it's pimped out, so it is heavier,
Yep.
being pulled by one donkey.
Yeah.
We need some oxen or something.
Or just more
Ooh, an ox. Ah.
above the table. Like if you look back at Pioneer days, it wasn't just like one horse pulling the wagon.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a team
Yeah.
of horses.
Right. Let's go get some more donkeys then.
All right. So, the district of Nehez welcomes you with open skies and boundless plains. The earth rich and dark beneath carpets of wildflowers. Vibrant bursts of orange and indigo blossoms dot the fields. I already said all of this part. When you stop by inside of Nehez, as it is a waypoint between three roads, it is incredibly packed and full and overwhelming at all times. You guys are purchasing donkeys for 35 gold? That's bit biddle, all of that shit, 35 gold.
Yeah, yeah. I will use my own fund to purchase it.
All right, one donkey, two donkeys.
Should we get maybe 4 donkeys total? I mean,
Yeah,
like
we
two
buy 3 donkeys, so we have 4 donkeys altogether.
Very good.
With the party fund, we will buy donkey feed, like animal feed, if we need more.
That'll be 2 more silver
That's
worth
fine.
of donkey feed, and that'll get you most of the way to Polvar for all of them.
Okay.
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 They can eat just like wildflowers and anything else. So, yeah. Okay.
That's good then. Then we can use this as like emergencies as well, if need be. Top them up.
As the days pass, your journey takes you through lands touched by city hands. Ancient ruins, half swallowed by time and ivy, peek from the hillsides, their worn stone faces telling stories of civilizations long gone. At night, the stars stretch endlessly above, undisturbed by the flow of torches or lanterns, their light guiding you as you camp beneath the open skies. By the 7th day, the landscape shifts. The rolling plains give way to rugged foothills, the land rising and falling in uneven steps as the first true signs of the northern peaks loom in the distance. The air grows crisp, carrying the faint scent of pine resin and cold stone. The road, though still traveled, is quieter now. Fewer merchants, fewer signs of civilization, only the rhythmic crunch of boots against dirt, and the distant cry of hawks circling above. Then the scent of tilled earth reaches you, mingled with the smell of fresh grain. As you crest a low hill, you spot a stretch of farmland nestled against the wild terrain. A scattering of thatched rooftops and golden fields of barley swaying in the breeze. Smoke curls from the chimneys of distant homesteads, and beyond them, the wilderness stretches once more, untamed and waiting. A good place to pause, to gather strength before pressing deeper into the unknown. The sun hangs low on the horizon, casting the world in hues of amber and violet. Night will fall soon. You have a choice. Push forward or set camp beneath the watchful sky.
I say find a place on the side of the road and set camp. Find a spot where people have set camp in the past.
Yeah, sounds good enough to me.
What does the weather look like?
Clear. Little cloudy, but nothing in the way of hazardous weather. Yes, Ada?
Fliddish, are you... you are one of them druids, right? So maybe you know... well, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying you probably know a bit more about what sort of animals and creatures might be living in an area like this, no?
Yeah, I could tell you a little bit about it.
So we are all sort of a bit aware of what we might expect in case there are some stray predators or some kind of thing.
Joey, do you need me to make a roll for this?
To know what type of predators are within farmlands?
Yeah.
Nature.
Believe it or not, that's not something I'm good at.
This is actually something I'd be really good at then.
Well, yeah, that's knowing what's in the environment. It's
right, yeah,
knowledge.
I kind of figured, yeah.
You could roll nature as well. Flittish, there's hawks. Those are predators.
This is what happens when you stereotype.
Environments such as this, Ada, you would know the main predator would be man. Highway robbers, villains, just general people. Farmlands are usually developed enough you don't have to deal with like large looming predators, and usually they're patrolled by enough people it discourages beasts. But anything more humanoid may be more prominent in this area.
Well, I suppose there might be more human dangers. They might be having some hunting falcons. Maybe a hawk too, huh?
Very possibly. Sorry, I am more for the wild places, woods. I don't spend a whole lot of time in farmland.
I hear there is a song about it.
About what?
Farmlands and what type of creatures could be on such lands.
Right.
And the cow goes moo.
Who said that?
Hey.
Actually, by the way, Kat, you could probably drop the facade of being an idiot, right? No? I mean, after the whole debacle with the wedding.
If only.
Right. Well, I suppose that's Insert.
Joe, you see that it looks a little bit overclassed? Cast? Not overclassed. That's a whole different thing.
I may have described it wrong. There exist clouds in the sky. It's not overcast. It's clear. There's just some clouds. It's a average, normal weather type of day.
No, I
So,
think we should rest altogether.
I'd still like to cast Druidcraft for a weather sensor.
Cool.
Effect. So that
yeah. Go on.
know what the weather is for the next 24 hours.
Alrighty. I would like you to roll me a D20. Don't roll a 1 or a 2.
How about a 7?
It's gonna be nice. Good travel weather. Not terribly rainy. Maybe a light sprinkle.
Yeah, Daphne's just in the front of the cart as like she just holds out her hand and just the Druidcraft goes on, just like it looks like it's gonna be good traveling weather for the next 24 hours. Maybe a light drizzle.
Right.
Damson probably doesn't know it's called Druidcraft and she's like, yeah, I can do this.
Very good. So, you all find a reasonable place to set yourselves up at. A little bit off the road. Pitch a tent. Get the wagon stable and disconnect one of the wheels so that if somebody tries robbing you at nighttime, they don't steal your fucking wagon. And then you all start getting ready to sleep, yeah?
Like to put the wheel on top of the hidden compartment.
Sure, yeah, that won't draw anybody's attention there.
Well, yeah, you put the wheel inside the wagon so it doesn't roll away.
And the wheels on the bus go round and round. So, you all begin getting ready to sleep. The campfire adding a little bit of smoke into the air. It's been a calm journey over 7 days. Mark that down for your language proficiency. And you all, one by one, begin to cook your food over the fire itself. Eating a little bit. Wondering a little bit more about this environment, but generally just enjoying it. Stylax, determining that on the journey you are keeping watch. Roll me a perception check.
Skills and tools. Perception. Vete.
Natural 20.
Nice, natural 20.
Nice.
I knew you said something, I didn't know what. I know 7.
Vete is 20.
Yeah. Any foamy fans? Vente's not even a fucking word. It's a hoity-toity phrase. That's just... Foamy the squirrel? Anyone? Oh, Ilvorn, this is your humor. Okay, I'm gonna send you some shit. This is your humor. Okay. It's Foamy the squirrel is so fucking hilarious. But anyways, Stylax, you see the off in the distance where the farmhouses would be. Now these farmlands go on for miles. There's some barley nearby. There seems to be a cranberry farm nearby, which is a very unique farm. Not something you come across often. And there even seems to be a lot of wheat farm. That's just miles and miles of it, right? You see the smoke and lights that would signify that's probably where the farmhouse is. And then as you're staring at it, you notice the smoke gets a little bigger. And then suddenly it just stops. Now, when there's a fire, the smoke doesn't stop, sometimes even for a day, depending on what it's burning. And farmlands like this, if there's a fire, it would spread. But the smoke plume did get bigger after being smaller. Now looking out there, the lights are kind of going out towards one of the farmhouses nearby. I mean, it is nighttime, but you just take note of that. It's a little weird.
It's strange. Now,
What's
Hello.
strange?
go to Messina. Been watching, and there was some smoke coming up. Not that small, and the smoke seemed to be getting bigger. And it stopped. It's very strange indeed. Usually it doesn't just stop like that. So
Well, if the smoke got bigger, it would probably mean that first a small fire, then it grew into a bigger fire.
yes, but then usually as the fire gets smaller, the smoke gets smaller. It's just stopped. We should make sure to watch the skies on more.
As if, so the smoke just vanished suddenly?
Yes. Similar if you were sending smoke signals, but never continued with the smoke.
How did you notice how far away this was? Well, approximately.
It was distant. I would say maybe how much of a journey? Day, 2?
Oh, not even. An hour. But it's through farms, which is other people's property and land, right? Like, you guys are badass 6th level adventurers, but, like, there is still the, you step on a farmer's land, they're gonna fucking kill you if you don't belong there or have reason.
About an hour. that
Pitchforks
way,
can still skewer you.
as the crow flies, about an hour that way. But I'm sure we wouldn't want to traipsing through the farms of the people that live here.
Well, I mean, as long as it's nothing we have to worry about, I suppose. But it might be worth checking out. Maybe if there is a farm that's on fire or something, it's well,
Yes, but it shouldn't have gone out, and I would have expected if that whole farm was on fire, it would spread to other farms. Now, it could be a controlled burn, but even those can be deadly.
right. No, I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with the culture over here, but if let's say it is like a smoke signal, then what do you think it means?
I'm not sure. That's why I just think it's interesting. Could be nothing. Flittish, do you have a moment? And I
Of
will
course.
Signal Flittish. I was noticing something. There was some smoke, and it got bigger, and not quite big, and then it just stopped. About an hour that way, in the distance. Have you heard of such thing?
I have not. Smoke doesn't just stop like that I'm aware of.
Well, perhaps we keep an eye out. I don't think we should go out there. We need to stay here and get some rest. It would take about more than an hour. It's about an hour that way, so the crow flies going to take more than an hour to get there, more than an hour to get back, and we need to get a late start in the morning.
Speaking of birds, actually, Flittish, are you able to turn into a bird as well?
Unfortunately, no. Not yet, anyway. I have to grow in my power before I gain a form that can fly.
Hmm.
I see.
Perhaps I can fly, and I will attempt to fly like I did in the past.
Damson, you see Stylax staring upwards with his fist. Unfortunately, Stylax, you do not fly in this moment.
No.
Do you have creatures that can glide, Fetish? Like, you know, kind of like how falling gracefully like a chicken?
I don't have a form that does that, but I might be able to summon something.
What? Can you turn into a squirrel?
A flying squirrel?
I do not have that form.
Ah. So I was thinking maybe if you could turn into a squirrel, we could like.
Just throw me.
Yes, or we could like tie you to an arrow or something and shoot you across, and then you could drop out of the arrow and just glide away.
Unfortunately, my smallest form is my cat form, which is a Maine Coon, so it's not a small cat.
Right, cats are useless anyway. So.
I
Did
don't
we get-
agree.
I don't agree.
I agree, out of character, but that's yeah.
Did we get that spyglass fixed?
Yes.
Yes,
I
you
mean, if
you guys commissioned your own workers to get the spyglass fixed.
oh wait, no, that was Ada doing it. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want me to, I can just fly up there and with the spyglass and take a look.
Sure.
All right, let me have the spyglass, please.
It might be wise to check out before we go to rest, at least.
And with spyglass in hand, I will spread my wings and fly up into the air.
Spread my wings and fly
Ooh.
away. All right. Go ahead, roll me a perception check with advantage. All of you see the butterfly-esque wings emanate behind Damson and begin to sparkle a dazzling array of purples, pinks, and blues that is incredibly beautiful and ostentatious and loud. And
Butterfly. I thought they were draconic with feathers.
they are draconic with feathers, but when you
Ah.
spectral form them, they become like this.
Okay.
Now they're dazzling. They're always like that. Now it's just like this, so you fly with them.
Okay.
It's like the energy coming out.
It's the energy. Okay,
Yeah.
I was confused, like, what the heck?
No. That's why you can't use them like that all the time.
18.
Okay. You fly upwards, and Stylax pointed out the direction that he saw it in. And when you look out there, yeah, there's no smoke at all, but you clearly see the farmhouse. It's a nice house by the looks of it, only a single story. Pretty wide, as many of the ranchers usually are. And there appears to be a, probably some type of slaughterhouse behind it, because you can see that there's rows and rows and rows of these various different pens to keep various animals inside of. Not on the outskirts out here, where they have all of the farm of the wheats and all the vegetables and stuff. They have actual meat. Learn a new thing about her. Yeah, she constantly is. But when you look out there and you notice the slaughterhouse, you notice someone is dragging a small little cart covered over towards the slaughterhouse. Farmers don't work at nighttime. I mean, you don't know the environment around here that much, but you've hung out in the boonies enough in this territory to know there's very few people who can see in the dark. They don't work at nighttime. This is a 90% human territory.
Probably more than that. It's probably 99. And you said they're roughly a mile away?
It's about an hour away, less than a mile, unless it takes you an hour to run a mile.
Okay.
Everyone
Says the
else.
monk.
Yeah.
I don't know. The mule did say we were fat.
Right, so we sent the mule then. Yeah. Did Damson come back?
Yeah.
or- Okay.
I'll come back down, and as I'm coming down, just flap the wings like twice so I don't take fall damage, and then just put them away. Well, it appears that there's a farmhouse with a slaughterhouse over there, but it's odd. There appears to be someone dragging a covered cart towards the slaughterhouse this late in the night. You don't really do that. They usually get their stuff from early in the day before the sun sets. It's a bit weird.
Curious.
Actually, when I saw through the spyglass, what was their clothing like of the person
Oh.
taking the cart?
You didn't get that good of detail. It is still nighttime.
Okay, fair enough.
It wasn't particularly noticeable dress wear. Just loose.
I mean, it's probably worth investigating a bit. I mean, sure, there's animals out there and pigs and what for slaughter, so they could have been just dragging the remains out there or a pig that died, but there's a chance it might have been people. I mean, there's always a chance it's people.
Nice. Well, I mean, it has been a few, well, I wouldn't necessarily say boring, but uneventful days on the road. Maybe, should we all just sneak closer and see if there is something strange going on? And then we sneak inside and kill everyone. That was a joke, that last part. By the way. It doesn't have to be, but it starts as a joke.
Well, it's steal or sneak, I mean. Or we put the wheel back on the cart, we start heading that way, and we say that we're here for we were delayed upon travels and we're here for a shipment of meat and see how they react.
Or we just go there. We don't have to stealth and ask them if we can park our wagon on their land for the night.
That works too.
Right. Sure.
All right.
Reassembling the cart.
Yup.
I'll watch Cat and Damson work on putting the wheel back up.
Yep. Then you guys
well.
pack up your campsite after eating dinner and time to get moving again. And I think we're going to go ahead and go on break. And when we get back, you guys arrive at the farmhouse.
Woohoo! Whoop.
Alrighty, everybody. You've gathered up your things, broke down your camp, and started going over to the suspicious farmhouse. As you are approaching, you see the numerous other different buildings that are all around here. You know, buildings meant for farmhands. At this point, the slaughterhouse seems to have been locked up. The lantern light that was persistent as the only source of light that Damson could spy shut down as well. And Stylax, you recognize this as the primary building, the main farmhouse.
I'm still seeing black on the map. I saw it earlier. Reset my roll 20 and.
Do you have
Do I refresh
no? Yeah, you should see a 10-foot aura. Because it is nighttime, and unless any of you pull out a lantern or something.
I don't see anything. It's just black.
Yeah, you got to refresh then. It's yeah. Everyone
Okay,
else,
I'll try.
vision?
I have vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have vision.
And your token says it has vision, so. Who knows? All right, let's give them a minute.
It's still black.
All right.
And I even made my map smaller so I can look at the whole map.
30 feet of vision. Can you see now?
Nope.
10 feet of vision. Can you see now?
Nope.
Delete your character. Can you see now?
Yep.
How about now?
Now I can see.
Yay! Also, make sure you fix your hit points because it's not fixed on this turn.
Yeah, I had to fix mine.
God damn, Cat! You have so many hit points. Oh, sorry, just noticed that.
I wonder if it's the token. Do I have an extra token somewhere? That's not.
You might have an extra character sheet connected to the same token. That's probably it.
Because I had my character sheet refreshed to the thing. I'll just manually put in on.
It's fine. If we just have to do this, it's fine. So, you recognize this building over here. Bloop. Bloop. That one is the primary farmhouse. The slaughterhouse is further off the map, but Stylax, you said you wanted to do this the legitimate way. Not being suspicious and just asking to lay camp here.
Yes, that is my idea. Okay. So
Also, just have 10 feet of vision.
Yes, because it is nighttime. And unless you pull out a torch or anything else, you will have 10 feet of vision.
Sure.
You're technically supposed to have, like, off foot, but there's no way I'm going to put anybody on a map with off foot of vision. That's just...
It'd be funny.
Doesn't make sense either.
Yeah. When it's pitch black, you see absolutely nothing, in which case, what's the point of a map? And when it's not pitch black, you can usually see silhouettes in front of you pretty well. I don't know. So, how do you want to do this?
chop off its head.
Well, does anyone see anything interesting? It's a bit too dark for me.
Maybe we just knock on the door and ask them it's okay if we walk on their land for the night. Pass them through.
Sure. How about we pull the cart up and then Stylex, you and I go up and ask. Hmm? Well, yes.
We could, but I'm worried that the sight of someone like you, someone like me.
You got to speak up. Yeah.
I forgot my other. Is it better now?
Yes.
This was out of my head. Perhaps we can. I don't know if it's the best idea to have you and I dance. We might scare the farmers a bit. Perhaps someone like Flittish and Messina.
Yes, sorry. I was about to say it's not for any sort of. Well, I suppose I might be a little bit more disarming to look at. So, sorry, Damson. I mean, it's just you're not a common sight in these parts, and well, if they are peasants, it's well, I mean, commoners. They might be xenophobic.
You know what I just find hilarious? Peasant isn't. It isn't derogatory, but the way you say it, like it just. But yes,
only a proper noble can use it in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think so. I mean, it could be you and me, Ada, or whatnot. But if you wanted to be yourself and Flittish, then please, by all means.
I'm just thinking it's nighttime and we've got the doors locked. To see someone of our height and looks might be. No, I am wearing my Dachshund hat, so maybe not.
So, right. Well, just in case someone tries to stab me with a pitchfork or something, get ready, I suppose.
All right.
So who's gonna go walking up there? It's over here.
Oh.
I'll keep pinging. All right, Flittish and Ada it is.
And I will stand. Map smaller. Are you at the door?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'll stand over there.
I'll go over to the door and start knocking. And I'll say, "Excuse me, hello, is there anyone home? We are seeking shelter for the night."
The door barely opens as you can just faintly see the glow of lantern light inside as a woman sticks her head in the crack of the door looking at you. What'd you want? Wait.
Sorry, I'm not from these parts, so my accent is a little bit different than you're probably used to, but my friend and I are seeking shelter for the night. We were wondering if maybe you could help us?
It looks between the two of you. Is it just the two of you?
Right here, yes.
Roll me a deception check. 26. All right, there we go. The duality of dice. Just the two of you. Yes. Do you have a tent?
Yes, but we would prefer to sleep inside if possible,
All of our rooms are filled up with farmhands.
Oh.
Perhaps you have a barn we could stay in?
The barn is currently in the process of slaughtering some of our stock.
Do slaughterings at night?
Draining during the night.
Ah, sure. That makes sense. I'll roll an insight.
Sure. Disadvantage because you can't see her very well.
All right.
15.
Then.
She's a little common. And she definitely doesn't want to talk to all of you at all. Either she's antisocial or possibly hiding something.
Well, can we at least maybe come in and warm our hands by, I assume you have a hearth. We have bedrolls. We can put them on the floor.
And of course, poor Flittish looks completely soaked.
It hasn't rained here in 3 days.
Well, my friend fell into a puddle.
Roll me a persuasion.
14.
She'll look at the two of you. Fine, but you have to be out before dawn. We have a lot of work to get done, and we're not harboring people that aren't working.
Okay.
She'll open the door, or she'll look at the two of you. Go get your bedrolls. I'll let you in when you have them.
All right. Sure. We will be right back.
She'll close the door, and you hear the scooting of a some type of wooden object being placed in front of the door.
All right. I'll start walking back to the others.
Mighty friendly group here.
Right. I mean, there seems to be something off with her, right, Flittish?
I got that impression as well.
Right. I mean, seems a bit evasive. Although I suppose it might be natural. I mean, I might also be skeptical of someone coming late at night.
That's true. All right, well, let's get our bedrolls and see where this leads us.
Okay, so turn to Stylax and the others when we get a bit closer back to them. So she agreed to let the two of us in. I didn't reveal that we are more than just the two of us, but I suppose once we get inside, it will be easier to discern what sort of situation there is, or if there is a situation.
Yes, and then
But I am curious about the barn. They said they were doing like draining the cattle and stuff at night. Seems a bit weird to me.
That is weird. Cat and I can try and go check it out. I do know which one is the slaughterhouse building, right?
Yeah, it's off the map.
Off the map. Okay.
Yeah, you have to go past all of this in order to get closer to the slaughterhouse building.
well, I can stay here with the wagon. Miss Ada, if you and Flittish want to go inside, and Cat and Damson can go check out the barn.
Well, I think it's probably wise if we stay not too far from each other still. So if you are somewhere nearby, that would be good. But
Yes, I'll be right here with the wagon.
Let's can wait until you discern the situation.
sure. All right, let's get our bedrolls.
So, the two of you get your bedrolls, head on over, and she will open the door and allow you both inside. The two of you are welcome to stay here, as she looks at you.
Thank you. So, what sort of is this your family farm, or are you a worker here?
Family. Married in after sleeping with the inheritor, bearing the son.
Ah, I see. So,
Yes.
But, alright, so you're not the wife, then?
Married in after I
Oh,
became
yes,
pregnant.
yes, you said. Oh,
It's not my family's farm. I'm married into the family. It's their
Right.
farm.
See. Well, my name is Della.
How strange. My name is Adele.
Right. Well, it's not too uncommon names, I suppose.
I've never met another Adele in my life.
I think I've met several.
Well, the hearth is over there. I let it simmer down at nighttime. Can't let it get too warm. You can set up your bedrolls there.
Thank you. By the way, well, we are new traveling through these parts. Are you familiar with the terrain or any like local? Is there anything we should be extra like cautious about, like highwaymen or robbers or that kind of thing?
No, we're very safe around here. There's not much in the way of highwaymen or robbers, though many of the farmers across this territory usually answer their doors with a crossbow bolt.
Is that necessary if this area is safe?
Why do you think it is safe?
So then you've taken care of all of the robbers and bandits that might be out there.
We have. Go for it.
18.
The way she said we have had a small sense of pride behind it. Not like somebody who wants to boast, wants to monologue, but is restraining themselves.
Right. So, you said we. So, is it just you and your families, then, or are there more people? You said you had a full room of room with farmhands and workers, right?
You can set up your bedrolls over there. We do have farmhands. Many of them. All of the beds are currently spoken for. Aside from my husband's. He's currently out, checking on a different neighbor's farm. He should be back by morning to help us harvest.
Right. Okay. Is there something wrong with your neighbor, then? I mean, if you have to go check out at night.
It's the neighborly thing to check up on one another. Why? That's not suspicious at all.
No, not at all.
Out here, we care about one another.
Right. It just seems a little bit impractical to do it at night, no?
Traveling to the other neighbor's farm has been an all-day ordeal. He left before we started harvesting yesterday. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. If you're going to sleep here, you can go over there and take your cloak off and drain it outside or over the hearth, not dripping everywhere.
Right. Well, I'm afraid my friend here has to remain a little bit wet for some reasons.
It's alright, I can take it off and leave it outside.
Flittish, you know, like every 10 minutes you're going to take acid damage if you don't.
Yeah, she'll cast elementalism and keep herself damp.
Okay. Is that a verbal component? Just wondering.
Let me check on that. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to actually cast that.
Details. Nope.
Casting time, action. What am I looking at?
They really need to fix the whole details button because there's
Yeah.
yet to be a situation where I open the details and I was satisfied.
It is a verbal. It's semantic and verbal.
Yes,
So
thank
that will
you.
be
That's what I was looking for.
Disturbing through the entire night.
Well, I'm not gonna shout it out.
Yeah, you can't really
Kind
like
of mumbling
whis-
to myself.
Yeah, that's not how spellcasting unfortunately works. You have to enunciate it properly, which means you have to say it properly and at a certain volume. You don't have to scream it, but it is going to be like dead of night in a farmhouse and you just go elementalism every 10 minutes.
Look, she's just casting it in her sleep, okay?
Yeah. Just giving you a heads up. That's yeah.
She talks in her sleep. It's fine.
Yeah. With the way Ada's lying, you could get away with it probably. All right, so Flittish, you want to go outside to hang up your cloak?
Yes, if our host will let us.
Oh
let
yeah,
me.
yeah. She'll let you.
Do I see what she was dragging in front of the door?
Oh yes, she has a chair parked right here.
Okay. And she just kind of props it under the door handle?
Yeah, these door handles don't have locks on them. Most doors in the world don't have locks on them because you live in this small of an area. If somebody wants to break in, they'll break down the fucking door. So it's cheaper not to have a lock than to have one.
Super curious why it's even necessary if this area is so safe, but
Yeah, no locks.
I will mind my tongue and take my cloak outside.
All right. Go ahead, open the door. Step out. Everyone else, you see Flittish walking out after just a couple of minutes of being in there.
I will hang my cloak on the outside of the wagon, assuming that the wagon is nearby.
Oh yeah, Stylax is hanging out with it.
And that way it's not getting anything wet inside the wagon. And I'll let them know we'll be inside, but our host was not comfortable with me dripping all over the floor, so watch this.
So it's better just to be spritzing yourself on. There isn't a good solution here. It's just
there's not. She's just gonna have to deal with it. It's
Yeah.
either that or just have a completely soaked floor.
Yeah.
Actually, can I just like pull out a bucket? Like
A bucket.
stand in the bucket?
Oh, stand in the bucket all night. Wow.
That's comfortable.
While Flittish is going outside and all that, I just want to do like a quick stealth and have a peek inside this other room here.
Okay, roll your stealth check. It is creaky floor, so it is important that you actually roll.
Right. 18.
Oh yeah. Without making a noise. Do. You head over there. Go ahead, open it up. And it seems to be a back door into some other farmlands out here. Roll me a perception check. Disadvantage, of course.
All right. 6.
Very good. Yeah, that's just a back door. Makes sense for them to have that, right?
Wait, walk over.
Oh, look at that. It's a pig pen. No pig. It's like a pet pig pen. You had one growing up, you remember.
Huh.
Flittish's skin is already turning slightly translucent, Ada.
So, Adele, my friend here is suffering from a condition, I guess. It's not any infectious or contagious kind of thing. It's just a natural skin condition of hers that is a little bit difficult to treat. So she needs to keep herself well moisturized.
I don't have lotion.
Right. Well, no, it's you can take care of yourself, right? Fiona?
Yes. Yes.
Fiona.
She kind of blinks as she's called Fiona. But she's like, yes, I can. It just might be a little distracting, and I apologize for that.
Right. But yeah, it's nothing to worry about, Adele.
Very well. If you don't mind, I have to be up early in the morning. Can we go to sleep?
Right. Yes. Just one last quick question first. Do you have an outhouse anywhere that I could use for a short moment?
She reaches under her bed and tosses a bucket over to you.
All right, well,
You can dump it in the pigsty next door.
Right. Well, I will take this with me then. Thank you.
Welcome to Farm and Living. Ada, this is the most uncomfortable you've ever been in your life. Including waking up inside of a dungeon. Oh.
Give Flitters like a look. All right. Well, I will be right back.
Alrighty.
Out again and do a little bit. I'll come telling you like being stealthy. Do you want me to roll again or?
Yeah, you had a conversation, so another stealth is needed.
30.
Natural 20.
Yep.
Okay. You are so quiet.
Right. And now I'll start having a closer look at the whole place.
Yep. Now, Damson and Cat, the two of you were waiting for them to get situated, and now you said you wanted to head over to the slaughterhouse, right?
That was the initial plan, yes.
Okay. Well, then I would like a stealth check from the two of you.
Okay.
That's a whisper roll. But it still counts. It's a 16. I'm just letting you know you have whisper tongue.
Whispered.
Damson, 6. Damson, as one of two people that can see clearly out here, as you are walking over there, you kind of, you end up bumping into Ada as she is walking around the other side. Ada, you did not see Damson come from anywhere. She just bumped into you. And it startles you enough that Damson and Ada both yelp. Flittish, you see Adele immediately snaps upwards. What was that? So I'll put you over here, Ada, for the time being.
All right. Oh, okay.
Sounded like Ada. She might have tripped on something. It is quite dark outside.
Roll me a deception check. Oh, wait, no. You don't know Ada, do you? You don't know what Ada's doing. Persuasion, then.
Persuasion. There it is.
You see Adele begins getting up from the bed. Ada, Damson, Cat, y'all just ran... Well, not Cat. Cat's still going. You guys just ran into each other.
Whisper, you should watch where you're going, Ada. I'm just going to like try to go past and like if anyone comes out, say you tripped. Moving past.
What's going on out here?
Oh, sorry. I just I put my toe on a stone and it hurts a bit. Ow.
Deception check. 24. Okay, you lie with the best of them. That's really concerning. But she'll keep quiet. Just go out back like everyone else. Don't wake up any of my farmhands.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I'll go over here then.
She'll step back inside. Damson, you saw her clear as day. Luckily, she's a human. She did not see you at all.
It also helps have a black dragonborn in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Damson. So yeah, Ada. She's now clearly on the alert after two of you just slammed into one another. Or realistically, Damson walked into you. Ada, you had no way to know there was somebody in front of your face. Damn it, Damson, you can see.
When she popped her head out, can I just do like a vibe check on her?
Insight. Well,
10.
she seems concerned about the situation, but, you know. Strange people on your land. I mean, nobody's weirder in this party than Ada, honestly, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is using a magic item to cast a spell silent?
No.
No?
You say the verbal command word to activate the item.
Okay. Just double checking.
Yep.
Then yeah, we'll continue heading down towards the slaughterhouse with Cat.
All right. As the two of you venture out towards the slaughterhouse, you get out front of it, where you can... Ooh,
I don't know where my token is.
where you can have a mood change. Down here.
I wanted to refresh the page.
God damn it. Let me delete Damson and put a new Damson.
No,
down.
hold on.
Here.
Okay.
Ada, not Ada, Stylax, your problem is spreading to everyone.
For some reason, it had me on the old map.
What?
Yeah, weird, right?
Well, here, let me keep them there. Cat and Damson. Here. Y'all can see now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, as the two of you begin walking over here, you see the slaughterhouse itself. The tinge of copper striking into both of your nostrils, which does send a little bit of a jolt through you. An instinctual recognition of the smell of blood is something that everybody has when they encounter it, so long as they have some percentage of humanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the two of you start walking closer, however, I would like, are either of you proficient in nature?
Nope.
Nope.
Perfect. You walk closer, and you notice the barn doors are currently shut with a metallic chain wrapped around them.
That's weird, right? For slaughterhouse?
I
With
mean...
the cat?
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't see why you would chain up a slaughterhouse.
Those animals inside?
I mean, it's for slaughter. Wouldn't they already be dead?
Depends what you keep inside. What are you slaughtering?
Okay. Are there any, like, windows or cracks in, like, between wooden boards that I could, like, maybe peer inside?
Yeah, there's a few. You can roll me a perception check.
Another 10. At least I'm
Consistent.
consistent.
You walk over here, peering very close between a few of these little round protrusions where the wood of this house has been warped from seasons after seasons after seasons. And when you peer in, you see, I don't know, the silhouette of something moving in there? Huh. Something?
Go look back, see cats over here, head over them. It looks like there's something in there. I can't tell what it is. The gap was too thin for me.
So, what are we trying to do?
Investigate the slaughterhouse here, because there was something odd about the fact they were dragging things out here in the middle of the night. They don't usually do that. They usually
do
do
we
stuff
know?
like...
Wait. How do we know they don't usually do that? This is the first time we've been here.
It's something that my instincts are telling me that farmers do.
So you know about every single farmer?
No.
Just looking at you, just looking at the house for a moment. What do you want to do? Break in and just see what's up? If they're murderers, what are we gonna do? Kill them? Like, what is the goal? Because I thought we were just going to sleep. Now we're invading other people's properties to steal and kill. Is that what we're doing? Is that what Ada wants?
I don't know what she wants. She's very complicated, but I know they wanted to investigate what the cause of that fire that something went out was. And the fact that, well, when I flew up, I saw them dragging a cart that was covered out here made them suspicious. Also, it just, I don't know, there's something about that lady in the farmhouse that just seemed odd. I can't tell you why, they just felt jumpy. Like they were ready to pounce at something.
A human at nighttime who cannot see with, you know, untold nightmares out here is jumpy. Like jumpy how you and Ada jump into each other? That kind of jumpy?
It felt more like that she was like on edge, either trying to watch for something or stop something kind of thing, keep an eye out kind of thing. I don't know. The way that she came out suddenly over Ada yelping, asking what's going on, seemed weird how quickly she moved and responded.
Okay.
I could be completely wrong, and it could just be me reading too deep into it.
I get that you're finding this as a problematic, but what are we going to do about it?
I was just going to say take a look inside here and just, if everything looks fine, then just go back and say, yeah, no, everything seems fine. Just a bunch of animals in here.
Now, there's two things we have to understand when we take a look inside. There could just be only animals in there, or something that isn't akin to an animal. And if it's the latter, then we've got a problem on our hands.
Yes.
And the problem is, we stay in here. So, I'm going to just try and unlock that door. Can I inspect the lock at all?
Oh, yes, you can. Roll me a Thieves' Tools check utilizing Wisdom.
Okie dokie. A 9.
You don't recognize the make of the lock. It is a chain that wraps around the barn doors itself, and then a padlock over top of that. It appears to be maybe about 5 feet of chain in total wrapping it, and it's secured in a manner that makes it clear that the door will not open at all without making noise.
Is it just standard metal, or is it a more shinier type?
The chain itself, standard metal, but the lock itself, you don't recognize the make of. It's not a lock that you've
Okay.
encountered.
Hmm. Looking out and looking up to the roof, is there any barn windows at the top, like vents?
Roll me a perception check.
A
15. Yeah, above where this door is, there's a porthole higher up, about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. I will alter my form, making the cat sounds, and alterate my climb to climb up to peek on inside through the porthole.
Okay. As you climb your way up there and peek inside, Kat, I'm going to momentarily move you inside. You could fit through that porthole, but you're not actually in there. As well as the meat to go along with it, if you understand.
Yeah. Some people are just lonely with love. Huh. They're gonna narrow their eyes and try an arcana, see if they know what those creatures are inside.
Sure, roll me an arcana.
Nat 20, 25.
Oh, okay then. You are proficient in arcana, right?
Yes.
You don't need to type a reply. You can just say yes or no to my question.
Nah, you do not need to outline. Cool. I can see the difference. Okay. Looking back down to Damson, I'm gonna jump onto their head. So now we know it's the ladder. I hope you are happy.
Yes.
Yes, it's a ladder. Sorry.
What is it in there?
A horror show. Blood, gore, and spirit of entrails. Hold the spirit, though. and a wraith.
So there's ghosts and wraiths in there. Like the ones that got us at the wedding?
Uh, not the exact same, but similar.
Hmm. Well, let's head back and let them know then. Or I could just, fireball in there, but I feel like you should let them know first. Maybe that person inside the farmhouse that is the one that caused them to be?
Here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be like the advocate here. They might be dead, but what if they are just farm equipment at this point? I wish to redact that statement out loud. But let's just
These
say...
are the hands. Just
Yeah.
that would be fun. Hey, it's better than working people to their bones, right?
Yeah, like, Cat doesn't seem upset. It's more on the dead is dead, and if the corpse is just roaming around doing the farm work, then I don't see much of a problem here.
Hmm. I mean,
The real question is, are they the same people? Like, same family? Are they keeping all the same family, and instead of them burying them in a tomb, they keep them up as like, you're still worth something. You've got 2 feet and hands.
I mean, I suppose, yeah. By your logic, I don't have any problem with that, but you know how the others can be. And you know they're not going to want to stop until they figure out that what's going on here because of how inquisitive they are. I mean, look at them. They were trying to blame you for the freaking what Viper did. You know they're not going to stop until they get the answers they want.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that old farm lady, I already knew Ada wanted to beat her face in.
Right? Look, the way I saw Ada look at her, I think she wanted not only just to beat her face in, but to take her clothes as well. To add to her growing collection of
I
disguises.
won't go that far. I mean, disguises. All she needs is a paper bag, a rucksack.
The two of you start to hear the sounds of flesh being ripped asunder.
Ooh.
We should go. We should go to
Yeah.
Starlex now.
Yeah, let's go to Stylex.
Thank God.
Back away.
All right, so Stylex, describe what you've been doing this entire time at the cart.
Yes.
Finally having the cart to yourself.
Yes, it's nice being in here, just enjoying, and I'm actually outside the cart, but kind of leaning back at it, looking up at the sky, ears listening to both directions for the house and wherever Cat and the Dragonborn went off to. Damson.
Yeah, the Dragonborn. God damn. Roll me a perception check.
Hi. Oh, I gotta open my sheet. All right. Skills. Perception. $23.
23. So, you can hear the clear sounds of, it's a farmland, right? Late at night, there's not noise out here. Like, there's crickets. You can hear Flittish periodically saying, elementalism. Elementalism. You heard when Ada went back inside after investigating the grounds. You can hear the shift of the straw mattress that the apparently owner of the farm's wife, or she is the owner, you don't know how they work out here, are, if we're the villains.
I'm trying to tell you that, British. I'm trying to tell you that.
Stylax, though, you don't hear any sounds coming from the other buildings. Not a creak of the floorboards, despite everything being made out of, like, basic lumber. Not high quality, just basic lumber. Pine, but, you know. You don't hear any snoring. Hardworking folk usually snore. Like, that's just comes with the territory. You don't hear any beds creaking, nothing.
I just get ready to move in either direction. It's nice being in nature, but it's odd.
So, Ada, you got back inside after exploring. Okay.
Well, I didn't quite finish, but
Oh, you weren't done yet? Gee, I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it got kind of cut short when Damson bumped into me, though. But,
Yeah, I thought you kept exploring while we were doing their scene. My bad. I was on their map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can do that.
Yeah. Here, outside. Done.
Why can't I open this?
There it is. It's open.
So, because
Yep.
I was wanting to have like a peek inside these other buildings as well.
Okay, well, pick one. Sleight of hand to open the door without making any noise.
All right.
17. You notice that the hinge is sitting slightly askew, so you lift with all of your strength to be able to push the door slightly a couple of inches and open it up. When you get in there, there's no farmhands. There's a locked chest over here, a footlocker. There's a table. There's some fresh water and what appears to be kneaded bread that has expanded too much.
As in, it's old or?
Like it's been let to sit out far too long.
Oh, okay.
You know how bread rises and it'll just like keep...
Right. Yeah. I'll take a crack at the chest. You said it's locked?
It's a footlocker. It is not locked.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll do like a quick cursory inspection of it first, just to check in case there's some sort of alarm bell or stuff on it.
Thieves' tools, wisdom. Perception advantage.
Okay, so 15.
15, yeah. So, nothing like that. It does not seem to be trapped or alarmed.
All right.
You pop it open. There appears to be an outfit that you've recognized from different ordeals in your life. Sometimes peasants like to dress up and go dancing with each other in barns. You're not sure what the appeal is. They listen to shitty music. And they all do like synchronized dancing, but it's not elegant. It's just like boxy, you know? There seems to be an outfit that would suit that for one of these individuals, as well as a journal and a letter that looks to be positioned to be sent, not received.
All right. Well, I'll have a look at the journal and the letter then.
Boxy dancing. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. They're line dancing, just square dancing. Yeah, same thing. I don't fucking know. It's stupid. Just dance. Anyway.
Goes in the square hole.
Yeah. That's right. So you open up the journal, and seems to be a journal kept by a Kent Lonelo. The individual just writing about their journey coming up here, hearing that this farm was hiring at a much higher rate for farmhands, looking for experienced individuals only. Nobody under the age of 20 would be allowed. He writes down that was very strange because he was going to invite his younger brother to come up here with him as well. His younger brother, being 13, was at the right age to start becoming an actual traveling farmhand to work on bigger farms and stuff, right? I need you to roll me an insight check. Or, sorry, investigation! Investigation!
Hey.
You're reading something! You get to investigate!
Nice. 23.
He writes in how strange it was that this farm up here, being only a barley and wheat farm, with some animals to be attended to as well, was actually offering 2 silver a week for farmhands. Farmhands make around 5 copper a week because they receive everything else for free. Room, board, food, everything like that. At least in this territory. He's just goes on about how amazing of a deal this was and how he just had to pick up his things and get going, only having time to leave behind 1 letter for his sweetheart. And later in his journal, he writes about the letter that he received from his sweetheart, though it doesn't appear to be in the footlocker anymore. He writes how he's upset that he accidentally dropped it inside the pigsty and the pigs completely ate it. But he was looking forward to replying to her, and he was hopeful that just a year of working here would be enough for him to afford a wedding band and get her to marry him.
All right. So yeah, this was in the journal.
This was all the journal.
All right. I'll do a quick look at the ledger as well then.
You open that up. You have to unseal it as it was sealed up, and you read through it.
By the way, does it say what his girlfriend's name is?
It does in this. My dearest Martha. It does spell dearest like that. And everything I'm about to tell you is written horrifically poorly.
All right.
He is a farmhand.
Sure.
I'm so glad that you found my letter and that you replied and was able to find this address. It's strange, though, that the postal service couldn't find it despite 2 tries. That is strange. Regardless, though, I do await for when the harvest is finally done, and I'll be able to head on out to you, and we can go back to doing our square dancing yet again. Oh, how I miss the way you... And it is a very detailed description of how she moves, and very intimate how he writes about her. But you can tell it's not just like the sex talking, it's love. He absolutely adores this woman.
Right.
That is one admirable thing about peasants. They are honest about stuff like that. Reading Marshall. New reading Marshall. And yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, I'm the reading marshal, but like, you know, that's anyways. After that part, he does emphasize, and I got a phenomenal question that I want to ask you when I get back as well. Darling, our lives are going to be changed for the better starting after this harvest. I love you, and I can't wait to see you again. Signed, your beloved Kenty Rolls.
Well, I'll stow the letter and the journal.
When you look down, you also notice that there's a small jewelry box in here.
Oh, I'll take that.
There is a platinum band.
Dang expensive for a peasant.
Yeah.
2 silver a week. That's a lot of money. The platinum band is worth about 5 gold.
And I assume it's an engagement band.
It is, yes. Now, the last thing I want you to do in here, Ada, is to roll me a perception check. 20. I'm going to whisper something to you. And when you notice that, Ada, that's around the time that Damson and Kat fairly noisily travel past. And the two of you said you were going to go get Stylax?
Yeah, we were going over to Stylax.
Right. With your stealth checks, you can notice that this farmhands building is currently open.
Yeah, I can see who's inside there already.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything. Instead, I use Mage Hand and close the door.
Oh, wait, that was supposed to be happening while you guys were traveling that way. So, you guys don't notice that. Ada, you've already made it back to where Flittish is with, well...
All right.
After your investigation around.
No, that's fair because we're coming back, so she wouldn't be there because she should be in there. Yeah, that
Yep.
makes sense.
So yeah, Flittish and Ada, you're back together with Adele in the other room, noiselessly lying in bed. Stylax, you see Damson and Kat walk up to you.
So, Stylax, how would you feel if you were to find out that there were specters on this land?
There were what on this land?
Specters, ghosts,
Wraiths.
and wraiths. Kind of like, but not the same as the ones that were at the wedding.
Are they friendly?
I would assume no, considering we heard the sound of flesh being torn.
I think it's more on whoever they have as their master haven't issued the command to kill others. This seems literally just someone is either stealing bodies or making bodies and needing the help around here. Because I've been looking around. This farm is very top on its game. I ain't seen no problems really, and that's concerning because it's a farm. A farm without a problem isn't a farm.
Yeah. How many of these specters, ghosts, and wraiths did you see?
A couple bodies along with their spiritual counterparts.
How many of these were ghosts? How many of these were specters? And how many were wraiths?
Oh, way too many for me to give a precise number.
should we let the owner know what is going on?
Well, the
And that we
gates
can
are
take care of this for
full.
her?
Ah, sorry. I forgot you sometimes like to inhale. I
I
forget,
do.
sorry.
Continue. What were you saying, Stylex? I didn't. hear.
Just, should we let the owners of the lands know what is going on and that we would be more than happy to take care of this issue for her? Although it's late at night and if we knocked on the door, she probably doesn't get many visitors, already has 2 people inside. This is a conundrum.
Well, I mean, the whole front of the barn or slaughterhouse was locked and chained up, so I have a feeling that the owner's in on it. And if you really want to cause a ruckus, do you know what a cop knock is?
Someone that prevents you from doing things with the woman.
That's a cuck.
Oh, sorry. What was the word you said then?
Top knocker?
Cop knock.
Inspiration
cock
for that
knocker.
one, by the way. That was good. That inspiration on that one. That was Stylex.
Otherwise known as the guard knock of, where you knock on the door and it's like open up, it's the guard kind of thing. I'm curious if that might be a way to offset them enough.
Question. Is this Baron's land still?
No,
does
you guys are in a
this-
different territory.
Okay, just want to make sure first. Can't use that idea. Well,
Yeah, you're
if
in
we go
Nehez.
in...
Sorry. There you go.
Ness. Okay. If we presume that she knows about it already, she might have the command words. That means we'll be outnumbered if stuff goes down. But my biggest problem is, I've never heard of a farm having a drainage if it's making barley and wheat. Drainage is liquid. You would have silos for that kind of stuff.
You're right. That is weird.
So, Starlax, there is trouble, and I think your mistress may be in trouble if zombies about. That's probably why they're worried, because whatever out there could probably get out. I mean, I've known some undead to break through walls.
So, there's also zombies. Let's, I think we should ask the owner of the place and confront them.
So, now we'll get back over to Ada. Ada, you just got back inside where Flittish just got done doing another elementalism. You hear an exacerbated sigh from Adele.
Right. I'll walk in and. Right. Sorry for taking so long, everyone. It's a little bit difficult when it's so dark outside.
Go to sleep.
Right. Can I just ask one? I promise this is the last question for her, isn't it? You see, I am looking for my. I was wondering do you know if there is a man named Kent who came by here some time ago?
One of the hands who left was named Kent.
Oh.
Why?
Well, no, I mean, I wanted. It's been a while since I heard from him. He's my boyfriend, you see.
Deception check on that one. calling a peasant your boyfriend. Oh yeah, I forgot how you roll deception. You may physically cringe, but she does not see your physical. I believe he went to go work at one of the other neighboring farms. I'll take you out there tomorrow.
Oh.
Yes, we do need to go to sleep though.
Why's the hurry?
Because I have to work at dawn. Which is
Right,
only
right.
a few hours away now, because you've kept me up for the last 30 minutes. All of this has taken place over 30 minutes.
Okay. Right. Well, I mean, if you could just put us in the... Could you give me the name of the other farm, and we can just go there.
It's the Hudson Land.
Hudson. Okay.
Can we
Wait, how long ago did he go there?
A week.
Inside.
Go for it.
Based on how long ago it seems like. Are there any dates actually on the letter or?
In the journal, yes, not on the letter. The last journal entry was like 2 days ago. And apparently he's been trying to write a letter this entire time. Stylax, you're hearing this entire conversation because your perception check was very good. Flittish, also, Ada, you don't know what's going on.
Oh, I'll look at Flittish with like, and I'll hand her the letter and the journal.
Now, Flittish, it is completely your decision. Can Flittish read?
Yes, but not very well. It would take her a lot of time to work through the words.
All right. Ada, you see, you're handed the things, Flittish. Are you going to start reading them, or?
Yeah, she'll like open it up and kind of look at it, gauge how long this is gonna take her, knowing like how difficult a time she has with reading.
The piece of paper is much easier than the journal. Just the paper, though. Roll me an investigation.
I'll sort of lean in a little bit closer after when I hand it to you, and just this Kent guy is dead. Probably I found blood tracks, marks.
Yeah, Flittish, you're starting to piece it together. Ada's pretending again.
She just sort of nods and just continues to scan the paper.
And I'll also say just, my middle name is Martha, just for this occasion, okay? So Della Martha, just call me that.
Martha,
Oh, yeah.
what would you like me to do with these?
With...
She just kind of indicates the paper, just throwing out that she knows that your name is Martha.
I suppose I can take care of it for now. We'll see if we can find Kent tomorrow. Hopefully. I mean...
It has been a very long time since the two of you have seen each other. I'm sure you miss him dearly.
Oh, yes, of course. And, well, you know, it's, I at least hope we find him before the rest of his clan comes with, you know, all the pitchforks and torches and all that. They're a very zealous lot.
Intimidation roll.
15.
Okay, so now Stylax, Flittish, Ada, Damson, and Kat. What's your passive? Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Not Damson. All of you can hear Adele hyperventilating in the other room right now.
Adele, are you okay? Sorry if we're keeping you up with our banter.
Go to sleep.
That's a good idea, Martha. We should go to sleep. Tomorrow we will find out what has happened with Kent.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm outside with Cat. And Sal's like, "Do you think that's a good idea? Knocking on the door like it's the guard and we're searching for missing people."
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go over to the door. Already got an idea.
Yeah.
And I will knock on the door.
All right. Like what?
Like just
Oh, a gentle knock.
not like a pound, but like knock knock knock.
So not a cop
wait.
knock.
No,
Okay.
not a cop.
Everybody knows what a cop knock is. That is a fucking police officer.
Can open the door.
Yeah, the doo doo doo.
Just like a regular, just
A
like
rasp.
someone-
a doo, doo, doo.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
What?
Who's that?
Adele runs over, swings open the door.
Oh,
Stylo.
Yes, I was-
as well.
Excuse me, miss.
Does a 14
Mark.
hit you as she shoots a crossbow at you?
No.
You
This is
sidestep.
nice. Oh,
What are you?
What?
A giant! She slams the door. There's a
Uh,
giant!
Miss, Martha, I didn't know you. I'm gonna shout as she's Martha, I didn't know you were in there. Have you seen Kent? He did not show up at the. And I mentioned whatever the farmhouse was that she.
Ada, she
What?
collapses, holding her head, just staring at the floorboards.
Oh, look at her and just. Sorry, that is it's Kent's uncle.
He's 7 feet tall.
Well, he's a big guy. He's one of the Lonellos, or Lonlos. It's also it's always a bit of a quandary how you're supposed to pronounce it.
She is currently paralyzed with fear.
Just
Just hyperventilating on the ground.
Knock
But-
again.
But if he's here, please don't shoot him this time, okay?
She's trying to reload, but her hand's just
Yeah.
too shaky.
He used to be a knight in his younger days. Part of one of those paladin orders.
She's already traumatized and paralyzed. Go on, what are you doing? Now you're just torturing the lady.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Hi. Good to see you again.
Yes, it's good to see you again. I wasn't expecting to see you here, Martha. I was looking for Kent. He never showed up.
Yes. I mean, we're all looking for him, but well, it seems he was here, but apparently he went to a different farm. What was it? The Hudson farm?
Hudson.
That's the one.
They're on the Hudson land.
Yeah, he didn't show up there. That's why I'm here. He never. arrived.
Oh, he didn't come there either.
He said he was going there.
Well, I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Again now.
I will also roll it.
Yeah.
Is she like trying to stick to this bluff that she's doing, or how much does she? 20.
Ooh.
Seeing in her perspective as a, well, possibly simple farmer, a fucking giant knock at your door has shaken her to her core. She is trying to stick to this, and you can tell it's like a script for her. She's definitely hiding shit. She's trying her damnedest, and you can see the wheels turning of a professional liar trying to figure out how to get away with this.
Since Miss Ada opened the door, I'm just gonna walk right in. Step right in.
Yes, Kat?
Come on in.
Starlight-
Kent's not here, and I yell out. Kent's
Well-
not here, but come in.
What'd you say, Kat?
Well, before Starlight can go in, can I use major imagery to help with it? Like make fog come in and make a dark cloak appear over him like the Reaper?
Sure. Yes,
Bitter.
now there's a giant reaper with fog filtering inside, stepping in there, and Adele's eyes roll back in her head and she passes out.
I'll go over and just check her vitals quickly and just.
Well, she did say she wanted to go to sleep.
She's alive. She sure is alive, but she is not conscious anymore. She'll be out for an hour.
She's okay. Well, not okay, but she's alive.
That's a lot of psychic damage y'all just dealt to her. That's just the
Okay, so this woman here is definitely not. She's up to something, and I believe this Kent fellow, he's dead. Probably. I found blood marks in the other room over there, the other building with the farmhands where they were supposed to be sleeping.
Oh,
Interesting.
then perhaps
Yep.
he's one of the dead bodies or ghosts in the slaughterhouse.
Dead bodies.
Yeah, a few dead bodies and a ghost, wraith, and spectre, hanging
And the
about.
zombie. Don't forget about the zombie.
I'm not sure if it was a zombie. It could have been a zombie. It could have been one of them moving. It's hard to tell. Like, it was blood and visual. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I was going to fireball it, but I thought, you know what? I should let Stylex and you two know before I do something like that, in case you had some other plan that was actually working,
Well,
unlike
I
the casino.
don't think it would be a good idea to fireball that building. It might spread the rest of the place on fire and other farms.
Well, I mean, if that situation sort of is self-contained for the moment, we could try to get some more information out of this woman when she wakes. If we try to like make it seem like, I don't know, if we were all seemingly like attacked or something by a weird dragonborn or something. I mean, sorry, Damson, it's just uncommon for.
What if we just let her sleep and we stay in here safe for the evening and then in the morning investigate things?
Right. Well, she did say we want. She wanted us gone before. Was it before dawn, or at least yes? So, and apparently she has a husband who is out for the night.
So
visiting a
she
neighbor.
says.
Right. I don't believe her.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if before dawn is any important to specters and ghosts and whatnot? Now that Ada has said that kind of thing.
Sure. Roll me a Arcana check.
Nope.
Nah, no idea.
Well, we could do that, or wake her up and, well, I could use some magics on her to make her tell the entire truth.
We can also just see what happens in the dawn. I mean, we need rest anyway. It's getting late.
Yes.
What were you
Let her
saying?
sleep.
Flittish, what were you saying?
I didn't say anything more.
It was Cat.
Oh, that was Cat? I apologize. I thought I saw Flittish glow. Right. Cat?
Well, first and foremost, they need to be gagged and hands tied. Because if they have command of what's in the barn, drain house, then they still have to usher commands.
The way that she passed out, I doubt she can do anything.
Yes, I don't get well, she seems like more like a pawn in whatever is happening here. Like she's a, sort of a distraction.
Lock up the wagon. Weep, weep.
Farmers are very dangerous.
Yes. Dempsey's going to run to the cart real quick and grab the from the party loot the set of manacles and some rope and come back with like, "Hey, we have some manacles and some rope."
Well, before we do that, at least let's go check her pockets, check the chests over here, and see if maybe there are some more clues to what is actually happening here. Perhaps
She's
she
rather
is
weak.
also a victim, you know?
She is rather weak. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, and she's a simple farmer.
Right. I don't think we have much to fear from this woman.
I will pull out the wand to detect magic and use a cast of it real quick, Joey, to see if there's something magical in this room.
Oh, there is. And it's right underneath the bed that she was lying on.
I'm going to go under there and see what it is.
You pull out what appears to be a small necromantic tome.
Ooh.
And I think this is a good place for us to end the session. When we come back next week, you can find what nefarious things are written in the tome and what they were really doing with the farmhands. And possibly fight some ghosts. I don't know. That's up to you, though. All right, players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. See you next time.